Welcome everybody back to Minor League Esports Rocket League week number 7. My name is Grant CFO, and joining me in the booth today, we've got the one and only, the man himself, Dud the Bomb. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. People sometimes say I am like the coolest person in the world, and I believe that.
I believe it too, man.
Are you excited for this match?
Oh, I'm absolutely excited because you know what we've got going on. We've got some Champion League action going on in Minor League Esports today. Hurricanes and the Ducks. Tell us what we got going on the Ducks side, Dud.
You see, Ducks, they got Zool and Imagine. Zool is, looks like new to the Ducks, not new to the franchise, but new to the Ducks, and I'm curious to see how he fits in with a struggling Ducks roster, as well as Imagine, who is posting a decent MVPR of about 4.11. Not the best, but I mean it's better than some. And I'm just saying, me and my pet Chip, we are cheering for the Ducks today.
Well, alright then, not a lot to see on paper, the only real notable things being the records. Hurricanes with a 16-19 ratio and 11-24 with the Ducks. So if that's all I've got to go off of, I'm going to have to root against you and go with the Hurricanes for game, or I guess the whole series.
I ate my pet Chip.
No. I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think... No, that's not ethical at all. But anyways, besides that, we've got game number 1 underway for Champion League action. Imagine and Hyper on the kickoff. Looking to go by is Barnabas, but Zol trying to make contact with this one. This one's on the inside pocket as Imagine takes that one back out to the side wall. Barnabas playing that one back in as Hyper on the retreat. Zool passes back out to midfield. Gonna get cut off by Barnabas. Now looking for a demo. Imagine instead gonna clear that one away to Hyper, who plays that one way back outfield. Hurricanes looking to get pressure rolling on first solidly. And there's a pass down to Hyper, and unfortunately Ducks were not able to get the 50 out of there. That's a goal for Hurricanes.
Hurricanes coming out swinging, already 3 shots and only 28 seconds has elapsed. Hurricanes coming out swinging, they're ready to play here in game 1.
And hopefully the Ducks can respond soon. They've got plenty of time to do so, as we've got 4.5 minutes still to go in game 1. Hyper plays this one up off the corner. Imagine now to the sidewall. Hyper looking to catch that one, but instead almost setting up a pass for the Ducks to capitalize on. But Imagine now rotates back around, sees Barnabas in the air. That's a misplay once again. Hyper on a 2v1 situation. Around one, pops it up high. Can Barnabas finish? Yes, no, they cannot. Oh, that's a great pass play for you. A little 1-2-3 action. Hyper backs it on in.
Don't you know that clearly Barnabas was passing it to Hyper? It was playing the whole time. But anyway, Hurricanes are really coming out. They're not letting the Ducks get any offensive pressure at all. Hurricanes already 4 shots now, compared to the Ducks 0. They have not been able to do anything on the offensive side, but let's see if they can get something going here.
Well, Zool has just beaten one of the Hurricanes player. Back out is Hyper, sending that one away. Back in for Barnabas, who's got an open net to work with. Hurricanes once again finding themselves with the upper hand. That's a 3-goal lead.
Not exactly sure what happened here. I guess Zool turned on that, but Hyper, who hit that originally? Barnabas was really quick to the ball, and Zool was so far away, and that's easy over to Hyper, and he already has a hat trick.
Hat trick indeed. Hyper has just been everywhere, being that striker, but Barnabas doing a great job at setting up those opportunities and plays for the Hurricanes. That one's dunked by Zol. Imagine sends that one back and off the back wall. Look to get the double tap, but no angle found. Hyper pushes out first for the Hurricanes. Gets dunked there. That's a collision for the Ducks. Hyper also colliding with the ball that Barnabas was trying to carry. Chaos on the mid-line as Imagine finally clears back in for offense on the Ducks. But that's a dunk over the top of Hyper, cleared away by Barnabas. Zol now plays that off the corner. To the back wall is Hyper. Can't make contact. That's an open net for Zol. What a shot.
And early in this game, the reason that the Hurricanes got off to a quick lead is because of, 1, overcommits, and 2, the Hurricanes did a good job of clearing the ball. Right there, the Hurricanes were very awkward on their side of the map, and Zool was able to capitalize very effectively, and that's going to be the first goal for the Ducks here.
Well, Ducks looking to close up this gap as that's another one from Zol, looking for the hat trick to tie Hyper.
He's got two now. Hyper just very awkward with that ball, and I guess Barnabas was probably looking for a pass on the right side, but Zul able to just take that ball very quickly from his hands, get a good angle on that, and so far we got a high-scoring game here in Game 1.
Yeah, in Academy League, we saw literally so many games going at least above 7 goals, and 10 in some of them. Academy League being so high scoring. I was not expecting Champ League to be so high scoring, but both teams doing a great job at adapting left and right and capitalizing on mistakes. There's a big boomer downfield. Looking for the read as Imagine, but no contact made. The misread leaving Zol back on their own, but Hyper plays this one away. Instead, actually misses it. Zol being able to capitalize. Open net for the Ducks. I don't know if that pass can get across in time. It won't. Barnabas plays that one up to the ceiling. Hurricanes have some breathing room, but Imagine coming into that space and trying to make something happen, but Zol couldn't be anywhere to be found. But there's Barnabas trying to carry it. They faked out one and gets it past the second right in front of their faces. What a way to put yourself back in an extended lead.
No kidding, the Hurricanes, they kind of looked out there. Zula just kind of lollygaggling, flying up in the air. Didn't really get a flip on that. And I feel like the Ducks definitely had momentum because the Hurricanes couldn't get any touches on their own zone. But now that the momentum is swinging back into the Hurricanes, I want to see them take that and feel more confident with their shots, because I feel like with some of those misses, they maybe turned out to be not as confident, with the Ducks kind of helping them out there. Hurricanes looking good here.
And Hyper looking to get a strong clear away. Instead of going to play the possession game, gets demoed for their efforts there by Imagine. Barnabas left alone in the net, but a great clear out. That one's going dangerously in the favor of Hurricanes. Trying to score on Ducks. Hyper up to that one, dropped behind the first defender. Over the top of Zol. That's a creative play and a half for Hurricanes.
And Hurricanes really doing a good job. Hyper able to get just the slightest touch to kind of drop that down. And Barnabas able to finish it off. Good placement by him. And all of a sudden, the Hurricanes back to a 3-goal lead.
Just like that, at the snap of their fingers, Hurricanes have come in and blown down the doors for the Ducks here. Hyper gonna try to catch this one and turn it back around to go out into offense, but instead Ducks keeping the pressure rolling. Imagine sends it back in. Zol getting offensive and aggressive, opening up and finishing it off themselves. The bump on Hyper helping out significantly there.
And that's what I'm talking about. I feel like the Ducks have really only gotten goals off of the Hurricanes' mistakes, which isn't something to laugh at, of course, but if they want a better chance in this series, they're going to have to try to make some passing plays or some solo plays of their own. But something like that, where Barnabas can easily save it, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hurricanes missing that one, but Ducks doing a great job. Like I said, Zol got so aggressive, destroyed the other defender, put them out of the play for so long, and was able to circle around back in off that missed play. But now back to action as Imagine has taken this to the left wall, runs into Hyper along the way. It's another open net, but Duck went for boost. Ducks have been doing that so often. Instead of finishing off the play when they have the opportunity, they just go for boost, and now they find themselves back on defense. Zol gets a clear out for now, but Hyper gonna be able to burn some more time on the clock, grab some boost along the way, play possession over the top of Imagine. That's unfortunate to see, and there's a demo from Imagine. Well, all right, get those aggressive plays. That is how you beat the Hurricanes, I guess.
And that is what I'm talking about. Good demo there after beating the Hurricane to the ball. It opens up the net. Zul can easily walk that in. And high scoring game here in Game 1. Ducks bring this back to a 1-goal deficit. They have 30 seconds, which is not a lot of time, but it's only a 1-goal deficit. All you need is to put one in.
Well, here's one about to go in for Hyper. The flick, not going to get past the second defender in Imagine, but Barnabas gets 50'd by Zol. Able to keep this one on Hurricane's side, trying to find that equalizer, but Hyper taking this one away far, trying to burn more time off the clock. Zol found themselves up too far, gets dribbled out by Barnabas, looking to seal their fate, but it's off the post. Still in the air. Imagine looking to float it over to their teammate. Zol has so much space to work with, but Barnabas, the last one back, can Imagine keep this one alive? No, he missed the touch. It was such a valiant effort from the Ducks, but unfortunately, they were not able to find that last goal. So close, but they'll have to turn it around in game 2.
And the score makes it seem like this game was really close, but I feel like this definitely felt like a Hurricane advantage game. First of all, you got 9 shots to 5, and I feel like on probably about half the goals, 2 or 3 of the goals, the Ducks just simply had a open net to work with after just a whiff on a clear. So I feel like that the Ducks, they need to do something more creative, like that demo that we saw on the last goal that they had. And if they can do stuff like that, they definitely have a chance if the Hurricanes keep doing stuff like whiffing clears. But if the Hurricanes kind of step up their game, the Ducks got to do something more creative, like demos or passing plays.
For sure. Able to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes is something that's going to put you in the lead very quickly, but also combining that with an aggressive play style, that seems to be the kryptonite for the Hurricanes, but they were able to hold on in game 1. Ducks now dealing with an open net, maybe no, 50 away by Hyper, keeping the Hurricanes out for now. But now looking to pass it back into Barnabas, not going to go far out enough. That's a double commit from Ducks. Zol, though, getting the great 50-50. Send it back out to midfield. Another one from Imagine. Zol sets, circling back around. That one's out to Barnabas. A little bit of a collision play there from Ducks. Once again, dealing with an open net, but Hyper so quick to get back every time, even with 0 boost. Maybe taking a Hurricane player out along the way while they try to retreat could open up the net, because the net has been open twice now, but Ducks can't beat the speed of Hurricanes to get there.
And you mentioned this in game 1, which I just saw Zul do a little bit ago.
Ooh.
As actually, stop my talking. Imagine's going to get a nice second touch in the air. Ducks are going to get out to the lead first here in game 2.
Well, I think that one feels good to score. The nice tornado spin to the air roll and a great carry over both defenders. Imagine putting on some style here in game 2.
So it's a nice solo play there. But what I was talking about earlier is that that you also mentioned in game 1 is that Zul had an opportunity for a second touch off the wall, but he opted for boost when he could have potentially put that on net. So Ducks need to either do a better job of boost management or just recognize when you don't necessarily need the boost to hit the ball, if that makes sense, because you have an open area to work with.
Yeah, one of the big tactics, especially in 1s, is to learn to play without boost, but that's also true for 3s when you get up into the Grand Champ area. And these players, they are pretty close to their being in Champ League. They're almost around that, so the difference maker being that boost management and all the boost control. Very important factor. Here's a floater from Hurricanes.
Ooh,
great save. The pinch clear from Zol. Keeping that one out again. The pass to Imagine, but it's going to be cut off by Hyper. Sends it back into Ducks territory. Zul playing possession, not what they wanted to do, especially with no boost. Hopefully they can keep themselves alive, but this one off the post. Barnabas plays it back in. That's a great read, but Imagine is committed too late and too early at the same time. And Hyper going to capitalize on the mistakes of Ducks.
Yeah, that was just a mess in front of the Ducks' goal. There were many opportunities to be able to clear that ball, but eventually Hyper just kind of takes the empty rolling ball, takes it into the Ducks net. We got a tie game. Is that gonna bounce?
Not for long.
Not for long indeed. That's gonna bounce, I believe, crossbar down and out, and then Hyper there to capitalize on that.
Well, Imagine was still feeling themselves after that air dribble carry, and unfortunately, they tried to do it on the save, and that just turns into an unfortunate whiff. Hurricanes going up 2-1, and Zol and Hyper find themselves on a face-off victory in favor of the Ducks. Imagine looking to carry this around Barnabas, but instead it's 50 off the corner lip over to the net. Zol actually gets a clear, and Hyper couldn't find the angle. They get robbed by the post, and instead Imagine gonna take this down the side wall. Great dunk off of Hyper. Zol sends it back in off the back wall, but Hyper couldn't get back to it, and Imagine great speed to put it over and into the net. We've got a tie game.
This was a very smart play by Zol. Zol could have shot that. but he saw that there would have been a defender going to block him, so he sent it to the right, opted to bring it off of that back post, and Imagine was there to follow up on that. That's the kind of passing plays I want to see from the Ducks if they want a chance here in the series.
And Ducks obviously trying to get creative, but Hyper getting creative for their team, but that's great speed from Imagine. Maybe the doink from Zul. Notice to redirect to the side. Hyper trying to regroup for Hurricanes, flicks it over the top of one, just narrowly avoiding a dunk there. Flick back into midfield. Hyper has to back off. Didn't trust the teammate dunk, but Imagine dribbling in front of the goal line dangerously. That's just slim margins to not get scored on.
And all right, and it was, I believe,
was that an own goal?
I did not see that. I may have accidentally blinked as I was speaking.
Oh, yeah, that was an own goal.
Yeah.
Hyper. I mean, it was a great own goal. That was kind of nutty on the redirect, but Hurricanes unfortunately going to go down here. I think Ducks have taken the lead for the first time in the series.
I believe so as well. The 2 minutes left. Oh, but off the kickoff. That your lead lasted for 4 seconds, Ducks. Congratulations.
It's kind of reminiscent of what we saw in our last series. Just the kickoff goals, finding the equalizers, and keeping the game close and tied. I think we need to see a lot more consistency in minor league esports on kickoffs, because it's not looking too great for either of these teams.
Definitely not. But we'll see what the Ducks can do. They are still getting outshot by the Hurricanes. It's 9-3, but the Ducks have been doing a good job of capitalizing. So
Yeah.
we'll see if the Ducks can continue to capitalize and if they can kind of hold off this massive pressure from the Hurricanes.
Oh, they just barely avoided that one off the pinch from Imagine. Barnabas now burning time off the clock by taking it back. Zol got the capitalization. That one's off the lip. Imagine up for this one. Once again, sacrificing aerial consistency for freestyling. Hits a 1v1 for Hyper and Zol. That one's off the back wall. Now Barnabas capitalizes. No, it's off the post. Another pass back in off the Hyper. Unfortunately, Hurricanes missing their mark twice and not able to capitalize on that crucial mistake from Imagine as this one's back in. There's a pass and own goal again. Zola's gonna have it, I think. But that's once again unfortunate.
That happened really fast. I believe Hyper had the save, but it accidentally got hit into Barnabas, yeah. And so, mistakes really keeping the Ducks into contention here this match, as it's going to be the second own goal by the Hurricanes, leading the Ducks to a 1-goal lead with less than a minute left in the match.
Well, Ducks have been capitalizing on these mistakes in whatever way they can. They take every goal they can get. And Zol trying to clear this one away. Imagine should have a great clear here. Once again, getting nifty with the freestyling. But Barnabas is going to have a counterattack here. They pinch it across the Hyper, finding the read. It goes off the post. So many of these pass plays being created by Hurricanes, but they all keep getting blocked by the woodwork. I almost wonder if they're on the Aviators instead. That's shade at myself. Don't worry, guys.
Oh my god, that's actually hilarious.
but
yeah. If you want to compare to how many missed opportunities the Hurricanes have had, there's one right there as time is running out. See if the Ducks can get a transition here.
Well, I guess not, but Barnabas gonna try to keep it alive. Hurricanes had so many chances to try to tie the game up. So many shots rolling in, pass plays being created, but nothing hitting their mark. That's got to be a frustrating loss if you're a Hurricane player. You know, they did such a great job of it in game one. They have 2 goals and 2 assists, all the Hyper's shots being assisted by Barnabas, but at the end there, you know, Ducks literally ran away with this one.
And like you said, it's really going to feel bad for the Hurricanes. If you take away the own goals, the Hurricanes win this game 3-2. But because of those own goals, the Ducks are able to get enough goals to win, obviously. But I'm going to go back to a point I was trying to say earlier. The Hurricanes had 11 shots compared to only 5 saves by the Ducks. That means only 3 of the 6 actual shots from the Hurricanes went in. And even there were some attempted shots that didn't get registered as shots as well. They kind of barely hit off the back posts. Mm-hmm. And so the Hurricanes, they have the opportunities. They had this game in the bag. They hit the ball off the post. They hit the ball on their own goal. And they should be up 2-0 in the series. But instead, the Ducks They tied up the series 1-1.
Yeah, Ducks have just committed a robbery on the Hurricanes, and Hyper looking to carry this one out. Start them out strong, getting aggressive right off the bat are the Hurricanes, but Zoe couldn't find a read on that one. Hurricanes playing patiently now as Barnabas carries this one out to the corner, looking to pass in on to Hyper. Instead, it's a pinch away, but Hyper now looking to get some great rotations and pass it back into their teammate. Barnabas now up for this one. Great carry over the top, not rotating the right way though, so not gonna be able to follow for too long, but passing it in they will. Another pass, it goes over to Hyper, but Hyper's getting bumped by Imagine way too far, being pushed up, but Imagine now gets the flick over the top of one, looking to dribble in on an open net. That's an almost own goal from Hyper, but it almost turned into a goal from Ducks. I'm just losing my mind at what's happening. That's a great floater over, saved by Zol, but now saved again. It's just, I don't have any air left in my lungs. There's just so many weird things happening. Shots rolling in, but shots also just, I don't even know anymore.
I feel like both teams should have scored in this first minute, yet neither one has, just because it's been so close and there have been so many mistouches or non-touches within their own team's zone. And so it feels like something should have happened, but nothing happened, and we play on 0-0.
Yeah, but instead, as you say it, man, Caster's Curse really catching up to you, because Hurricanes, as you said, 0-0, they put one on the board from almost a long shot from Barnabas.
It was 0-0 for a whole 3 extra seconds after I said that, but the Hurricanes, nice touch by Barnabas to get the Hurricanes out to an early lead. But I feel like this game is still a little close, just based off of the amount of inconsistency on both teams' defensive sides.
Yeah, but yeah, I would agree with the inconsistency there, but it's also on offense. You know, last game, Hurricanes putting so many shots in, but both teams have been trading those missed shots in game number 2. But Hurricanes still have the pressure going for them. Imagine's backwards, but somehow getting a save. Ducks, man, luck is really on their side. I hope they're able to capitalize upon it and run away with yet another game in game number 3.
In order to run away with the game, they need to score first, and they are being close, but it's gonna not be as close now, as Hyper's gonna put that into the left side, I believe. Good placement by him, unfortunate touch by Zul, but Hyper, good shot placement there, gonna put the Hurricanes up 2.
Yeah, been there, done that on the defense from Zol. You know, it's just, that's one of the worst things, is you clear it, but it just goes right into a teammate, and the moment you see it rolling at them, it sucks. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. That's so dumb. The guy committed and whatnot, and you just get frustrated at yourself. So keeping a clear mental space is definitely really important. Resetting off the kickoff. You still got half a game left to play. That's plenty of time to get 2 goals. You've scored more than that in an entire game. So I think Ducks should be able to at least get 1 more. Here's a shot. It's blocked away by Barnabas. Ducks trying to pre-jump that one, hoping that the Hurricanes wouldn't make the save, but they do. Zola now playing it back in from the corner, but Barnabas being real strong on defense, getting these clears out as much as they can. Imagine plays it back in, but Hyper plays it back out. And Hyper looking to carry this up the back wall. Zol gets dunked. Great patience by Hyper. They might have an open net, but Imagine's there. Should get the clear. Almost dunked again by Hyper. Imagine getting a clear away and demoed for their efforts as the ball stays in the midline for now.
You got 1:45 left in this match. That's still some time, but you gotta try to get something going soon, as that is a commit offensively by the Ducks. Hyper cannot capitalize on it, however, but the Ducks need to, first of all, get the ball cleared for starters, and then they need to make some sort of offensive prowess to really make something happen on the offensive side, because nothing's really happening.
Ooh, well, Ducks almost getting a goal there, but that's an open net. I don't know if Hyper can capitalize. They can. It's Champ League. What am I saying? Hyper putting the Hurricanes in a 3-0 lead. The Ducks have to climb up even further if they want to tie it.
And I mentioned that the Ducks needed to get something going on offense soon, but I feel like they started panicking too soon. Sure, you need to look for more, but when you go full-out offensive with more than a minute to go, it's really gonna put you in a hole because there's so much time for the defense to capitalize on an increased offensive prowess.
Yeah, excuse me. Got something in my throat now, but you know, Hurricanes gonna maybe find another one there, but no, I totally agree with you. Hurricanes are playing a lot more patiently. I was actually trying to play along with the decision making of Barnabas as they tried to get one across, and I realized that I would have like spent all of my boost there, but Barnabas played it so patiently, and that just made me realize that's why the Hurricanes are winning this. They're not panicking. When they have the lead, they do everything they can. They play how they normally do, and that's how they're surviving as we roll down to 30 seconds.
Indeed, and Hyper not making the touch there, but Barnabas gets a nice booming clear. Imagine trying to keep this ball in the zone. But looks like this game is going to be all but over as Barnabas looking to put a fourth one in, and he does with the help of a duck.
Yeah, that's a desk slammer right there. Oh, coming so close. Barnabas off the shot. You try to save it, but you own goal instead. That's something that makes me chuck my controller across the room, but 17 seconds now. Hurricanes gonna run away this time with the game. You know, you kind of expect it, seeing as how they play. Hurricanes are definitely the better team so far. Ducks were able to get one off of them early in game 2, and that was a great trip up there from Imagine to keep it from going 5-0 and having to watch another replay, get more tilted. But Ducks, they've got to reset here because that's a shutout for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and the Hurricanes did a really good job of cleaning up their mistakes from game 2. Obviously, there were 0 own goals from the Hurricanes this time, which is a big plus from 2 own goals in last game. Who would have thought? But one thing that just I've seen constant in all these games so far is the amount of shot discrepancy between these two teams. Here in game 3, it was 12 shots to 3 shots. The Hurricanes were always on the offensive, it seemed like. And so what can the Ducks do to prevent the Hurricanes from constantly being on the offensive? If they can answer that question, the Ducks will have a chance. But so far, there doesn't seem to be much of an answer to that question.
Yeah, well, Ducks were doing a great job early on in the series, getting all those aggressive demo plays and getting physical. But we're seeing so much less of that, and I don't think I've seen a single demo. But hold on a second, Zol almost getting a double tap, but that one's going to be blocked away by Barnabas. But yeah, get physical, boom the ball away, buy yourself some time on defense if you can. And, you know, Hurricanes, they're doing a great job, though, keeping up that pressure. That's an own goal there off the missed save. So could be swinging in the favor of Ducks.
Zol just kind of popping that towards the net. Barnabas couldn't get around it in time. That's going to be 3 total own goals for the Hurricanes. Going to allow the Ducks to grab the lead here in game 3. So you take those if you're a Duck, but you still need to find some way of preventing the Hurricanes from getting offensive pressure. And so far, they are doing that. 0 shots currently registered for the Hurricanes. But they also need to find some way of getting a good passing play started as well.
Yeah, well, right there's a double commit from Ducks. Luckily, Imagine able to take it back to their own half. But, you know, Hurricanes, they're going to be solid on this offensive pressure. That's a dunk over the top of Zol. Hyper now trying to score off the ceiling, but Imagine getting back quick to that one. Great 50 to keep this one out for now. Ducks doing a great job, making all the right decisions 3 times in a row there on defense. But here's a shot from Barnabas. Not able to make any contact. We're the Ducks. Zol keeping that one out. I think they're low on boost, though. That's a great demo. That's what we need. Keeping the Hurricanes out for now. Another double commit coming out from Ducks. I think Zol needs to play a little more patiently, but now getting physical. Sending Barnabas away. That one's sent into the lip for Hurricanes. Now Hurricanes getting physical. Hyper with a bump on Imagine. Zol all alone. Barnabas pass back in. That's great play, but it's off the crossbar. Barnabas, can they get to it? No, they can't. Zol was faked out entirely. Ducks surviving here, just barely.
And kudos to the Ducks. They did a really good job of having a constant defense in that Hurricanes attack rotation. They did a very good job of getting effective clears. Not all of them became clears past the halfway point, but they did a good job of resetting after that, and almost a goal there from Zul. But good job of improved defense from the Ducks right now.
Yeah, well, here comes Zol off a strong dunk. that has got to be the dunk of the night.
Zool not letting Hyper do anything. Barnabas, he was looking for a pass from Hyper, but it didn't come, and Zool just yeeted that straight towards the net, and that's going to be a 2-goal lead here now for the Ducks in Game 4.
Yeah, I don't think yeeted could, or I don't think there could have been a better word than yeeted across the field, because that was absolutely sick. It was so incredible. Ducks luck, like I said, it's on their side. If they can just use that, call upon the gods, then just go do so. And they do it very well here as that one goes across the Hurricanes net. Almost found the dunk and 50-50 into the goal behind Barnabas, but now it's back out to Ducks for more offensive pressure. Back in Hyper, clearing it away off the back wall. Zol finding themselves on the wrong side of the field, not able to get back to that one quick enough. They find themselves awkward going up for this one, landing on the right wall, but Barnabas should have a clear here. I think that's the thing I'm going to call the Ducks out for. Somehow they are in the lead, but Hurricanes not able to capitalize on it. Well, Hurricanes, take with this information as you please. Ducks, sometimes they travel on the wrong sides of the field. Even though they're playing across from each other, sometimes the car faces the wrong way, and therefore they're covering the same amount of space, but that leaves a huge gap in the defense.
And as we see, Hyper, you're looking for the solo play, is going to get demoed by Imagine. But Ducks still doing a pretty good job of that defense. They are keeping up this game with the Hurricanes in shot count. Hurricanes are having a higher shot count, but it's only by 2 now after that shot. Hurricanes 5, Ducks 3 on the shot count. And Hurricanes just can't seem to put anything on the board. Ducks doing a good job of shoring up their defense.
And Ducks also getting caught on a lot of double commits here. There's another one as I say it. Hurricanes finally with a breakaway, but that's a great cutoff from Imagine. Send it back to the side post, but Barnabas clears it away, bringing the post on their own. Hyper dunks it away. Once again, Ducks playing a little aggressively, getting caught upfield, but somehow they still get away with this. I've got to start shifting my focus to Hurricanes to see what's going on, but Hyper comes down from the heavens, trying to play this one out for their team. They've got to get a goal as 1 minute rolls down. We could be heading to a Game 5 decider if this one keeps up. Ducks now trying to keep their pressure going, but they're going to lose it here as Hyper fires another shot towards that. Imagine should have the clear. They do another double commit from Ducks. It's dangerous. Hyper looking to score, but that's a great save from Imagine. And now Hurricanes on the retreat, but Barnabas coming back in off the back wall. Nobody home. Ducks another clear. Another one off the backboard, and that's a bump still open for Hurricanes. I'm just losing my mind right now. They just can't get it in.
You're also losing your voice. Oh my god. As there are a lot of double commits coming out from
finally.
The Ducks, but Barnabas gonna finally put that into the goal. I was about to say there, the double commits coming from the Ducks are happening, but the Ducks have a really good job of speed on the defensive to get back in time.
Yeah.
That's basically mainly what's keeping the Ducks in this good defensive rotation, is because they realize, oh crap, I missed. They're letting the other teammate know about it, and they're transitioning to an offensive goal where Imagine here is just gonna take this second touch from the air.
Okay.
Hyper and Barnabas cannot get to it, and that will probably seal the deal for the Ducks here in Game 4.
That's incredible control, a long carry from Imagine, and adding some spins along the way. Man, I'm going to have to get with this guy. I'm down to freestyle. I'm Champ League. We can make it happen, Imagine, but that ball should hit the floor eventually. Actually, that's one more opportunity to score one to go here, but Ducks not going to find it. It's going to hit the woodwork, but my goodness, Ducks, that's how you do it.
And if you liked Imagine's play, don't forget to submit it to Play of the Week. We are always looking for new nominations, and that was a really good play. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely was. But you see me holding up my Balls Guarana bottles from last night and today. It's the highly caffeinated soda. They sponsor us for our Play of the Week, which actually will be coming up after this series, but more on that later. We've still got Game 5 to go here on Forbidden Temple. Ducks and the Hurricanes going at it once more to decide who is going to take this series.
And the Ducks, they've kind of lucked out earlier in this series, but I feel like they're kind of finding their groove now. they're forcing the Hurricanes into awkward situations. And the thing I like the best is that they're double committing a lot, but that's because they want to keep their offensive pressure. If they keep their offensive pressure, the Hurricanes cannot have their offensive pressure. And while that sounds obvious for Ducks to win, that's basically how it goes. If you can prevent prolonged offensive periods from the Hurricanes, that's going to help you win the game.
Ooh, and Zol rushing the dribble there, but yeah, I was going to comment on what you said. You know, double commits, it's something we see more of in Foundation League, trying to keep pressure rolling that way, but somehow it's working out here for the Ducks, so definitely have to take this one in on my notes for my own use. But Barnabas gets a great clear for the Hurricanes. Hyper not going to be able to control this one into the midfield, but they will control it on the outside pocket.
Angle.
Absolutely. Bust out the protractor. Get an A+ in math.
Hurricanes, though, not going out without a fight. Hyper gonna get that, like, 80-85 degree angle. Really squeezing that one in, and Hurricanes don't want to lose this series to the Ducks. They're trying hard to get this.
And even Zol was paying some respects to that angle from the Hurricanes, but now, once again, those double commits could be coming in a little rough for the Ducks. Imagine gonna have to block this one away from Hyper as they look for the double touch now. Imagine gets a bump on Barnabas to keep the pressure away from Ducks, now chasing down the defender. Imagine they're looking for maybe a double here, but no contact made on the second touch. It's kind of weird. It's real just risky for the Ducks to be going for that kind of stuff this early in game number 5. This is the decider. You got to focus on the win first, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm a freestyler at heart too, and like I said, imagine. Hit me up, bro.
The Ducks really just trying to make sure the Hurricanes are as awkward as possible. And sometimes that does result in double commits, but in game 4, it was definitely proven that the Ducks have the speed that they need to get back on the defensive in time. And so I feel like this is a really good strategy for them, as long as the Hurricanes stay awkward and just like that and can't really get an effective clear going.
Yeah, one thing the Ducks are doing a great job of is taking the boost to the Hurricanes, because right now, Barnabas, well, I spoke too soon. Both players were out of boost for the time being, but now it's Hurricanes stealing the boost away. Ducks keeping up that pressure. They're turning up the speed, and it's working out pretty darn well, if I do say so, but that's an unfortunate 50 from the Ducks. Barnabas looking to pass across, but that one's floating off the back wall. That's a pass back into themselves. Hyper couldn't find the angle this time around, but Barnabas gets no contact on that one, but Zool, it got a little bit of a carry here. Faked out Hyper a little bit, but that one's going back, because Imagine touched that one. But they will be able to roll it around the corner here and push back into Hurricanes territory. That's a great flick, but Barnabas gonna get the clear. No, that's unfortunate.
Alright, own goal counter for the Hurricanes, I believe, is on 4 now for the series.
I'll take your word for it.
Unfortunate there from Barnabas. Really just trying to hit it off to the side using the top of his car. Just couldn't get around to it in time. And the Ducks really need to be praising the Rocket League gods for the amount of own goals that the Hurricanes have committed this series so far.
But here's Barnabas trying to read that one, but no contact made. But they will get contact on Zol, taking him out for now. But Hyper turns themselves around, looking to dribble and flick it, but there's no power or speed. Imagine has opened up the gates for another Ducks goal.
And that is the Ducks play that we need to see. Zool must have had a lot of pressure on him trying to get that open net in. Barely beats up the defender as well, but good demo by Imagine. Gonna open up that net in the first place. Ducks have the match point. Let's see if the Hurricanes, they have 2 minutes to come back, tie up the game. They definitely can do it. They just need to short up their mistakes.
Here comes Zool putting on some more pressure to the Hurricanes. They've got to whip up a storm here. They're going to want to prevent these Ducks from flying in on these shots. Here's another one blocked away by Barnabas, but keeping it in is Zol. There's another one flying up high, and it's own goal.
Alright, so I believe we have 4 own goals from the Hurricanes and 2 from the Ducks this series, for a total of 6 own goals. And that's one way to tie up the game. making this very exciting. Maybe going to a Game 5 overtime. Ducks looking to show off here in overtime. You know, that's probably their plan, right? Right?
Maybe, but my goodness, we've been joking about it, every single one of us in chat. We said own goal count 105, and then as that one goes in, Zol makes up for it anyway. He says 106, part of it says delete the VOD. This is the weirdest Champ League series I think I've ever seen, but somehow Zol with the placement.
Hyper hit that, that's gonna be another own goal. Hyper hit that technically.
That's true.
That's awkward. That's awkward for Hyper though. So I'm not. It's kind of awkward for. I'm not gonna really say it was his fault for getting that own goal there. Very awkward. Good placement there by I believe Zol. But Ducks have the lead again. Minute left.
I just hope that both teams are having fun regardless, because I know I'd be laughing if I was just even playing. You know, yeah, it's frustrating, but man, it's funnier. But Hyper gonna receive the shot from Imagine, play it back out in the Ducks territory. They've got to find an equalizer. Here it goes, and that's a great clear from Imagine. Zol now clearing it out, find themselves sometimes as Ducks still pushing. That's one floating way downfield. Zol couldn't get there. That's 108 on the goal counter, and he was so quick to type it in chat.
Alright, so we got 5 from the Hurricanes, 3 from the Ducks. Tie ball game with 34 seconds left. I am at a loss for words at what is happening in this game 5, more or less the series, as part of this.
Gosh, we're gonna need somebody to create a highlight of the spot with just own goals. Imagine says, what is happening right now? Zol says, I think we're subconsciously doing it on purpose. Hurricanes trying to find the game winner here. The next goal could be the nail in the coffin. Demo searching for Hurricanes. That's a pitch downfield on an open man. Hurricanes. That could be the dagger.
Hurricanes. Nice layout for Barnabas. Hyper just booming that downfield. Ducks not prepared for it. And 5 seconds left for the Ducks. Can they do it? Can they tie up the game? Gonna get the ball off the kickoff, but time has run out.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a fake, but Imagine keeps it up. Oh, no. So close. That was a huge GG in the chat, but players are out of here anyway. The nerves coming through, and unfortunately, Zol's crying. Everybody, get some hearts, get some love in chat for Zol. What a fight put up by the Ducks. I thought they were taking that one away, but my goodness, Ducks unfortunately losing by just 1 goal. Hurricanes, they get the series win, and what a weird series. That's strange.
The total own goal count was 5 own goals from the Hurricanes, 3 own goals from the Ducks. I believe there was didn't 3 of them happen in game 5 or something?
Probably.
I think 2 from the Hurricanes, 1 from the Ducks in game 5, and it was a mess. I am not gonna lie, but the Hurricanes, they'll take it. They come out with the victory. And they're 1 step closer to potentially getting a wildcard spot. There's still a decently far away. I believe they going up to 19 and 21 now. But that was a series.
Yeah, that was a series. Somebody in chat, if I have to do it, I'll do it. But somebody make a highlight reel of every single own goal, because that's got to go down in history as the strangest Champion League series there ever was in minor league esports, at least in season 11. But my goodness, that's gonna wrap up our action for now. Once again, that's it from me and Dud. Coming up next, we've got some more exciting action for minor league esports, and also our Balls Guarana play of the week. We're announcing those winners, so stick around, see who's on the board, and we hope to see you just after this.